Hip-hop mogul Kanye West is facing backlash for a series of tweets where he appears to show support for President Trump. In a tweet yesterday, West praised the president and called him, quote, "my brother." President Trump returned the love, tweeting, "Thank you, Kanye, very cool." CBS News correspondent Tony DeCopel has more on how Kanye's peers in the music industry, as well as his fans, are responding.
Kanye West's political leanings started raising eyebrows over the weekend when he tweeted that he was a fan of a prominent conservative TV personality. When some of his friends in the hip-hop world reached out to him for clarification, he gave it to them, and then some.
Kanye West, quote, "I love Donald Trump."
2 days after a radio host made those comments, Kanye West took to Twitter to confirm his affection for President Donald Trump. "You don't have to agree with Trump, but the mob can't make me not love him," West wrote on Wednesday. He followed up by sharing a picture of himself wearing a Make America Great Again hat signed by the president. His posts immediately drew criticism from some fans, as well as fellow artist John Legend, who tweeted, "I love that great, brilliant artists have the power to imagine a better future, but artists can't be blind to the truth." West is no stranger to political controversy.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
During a telethon, he criticized President George W. Bush's response to Hurricane Katrina. He also recently called out President Obama for not addressing Chicago violence.
If I would have voted, I would have voted on Trump.
At concerts after the election, West voiced his support for Mr. Trump.
He's a good man.
And the two held a meeting at Trump Tower during the presidential transition.
Been friends for a long time.
But other artists have backtracked from their support of the president. Country singer Shania Twain apologized after saying in an interview she would have voted for Trump because even though he was offensive, he seemed honest.
I think the impact on the Kanye West brand from his aligning himself with Trump is a big mystery that a lot of
Matt Bellany is editorial director of The Hollywood Reporter. He says West is the most significant cultural figure to support President Trump, but even his brand might not be immune to political backlash, particularly his Yeezy fashion empire.
What we saw with Ivanka Trump and her fashion brand is that it did take a hit when her father rose to prominence and she became so associated with the Trump policies and positions.
In a tweet, West clarified that he doesn't agree with 100% of what Trump does, and his friend Chance the Rapper appeared to defend West, tweeting, quote, "Black people don't have to be Democrats." Back to you, Tanya.
Tony DeCopel, thank you.